Oh, okay. Hey guys, it's Duan, and I hope that you've had an amazing week. So for this vlog, before I get into this cool, really fun thing that I went to, I wanted to talk to you for a bit because there has been a lot on my mind and in my thoughts and in my brain, and I'm very happy with them. So I wanted to share them with you. So this week I have been on a Brene Brown binge, finished reading Daring Greatly, and now I'm on to Rising Strong, and then after that I'll be reading Braving the Wilderness. And I thought it was just me, but it isn't. You can tell that I went on a rampage the last time I went to the library. If you don't know who Brene Brown is, I feel like the best way to be introduced to her is by watching a TED Talk. I actually brought up Brene Brown maybe like 20 vlogs ago because I found this amazing quote that I really loved, and it happened to be by her. And I'm finally now getting into reading her books. So it's been wonderful, and I encourage you to at least just watch her TED Talks, and if you really like her, definitely get some books to read. So I'm going to just read the flap of this so you can get an idea of what she's all about. Every day we experience the uncertainties, risks, and emotional exposure that define what it means to be vulnerable or dare greatly. Based on 12 years of pioneering research, Dr. Brene Brown dispels the cultural myth that vulnerability is weakness and argues that it is, in truth, our most accurate measure of courage. Brown explains how vulnerability is both the core of difficult emotions like fear, grief, and disappointment, and the birthplace of love, belonging, joy, empathy, innovation, and creativity. She explains that when we shut ourselves off from vulnerability, we distance ourselves from the experiences that bring purpose and meaning to our lives. Daring greatly is not about winning or losing. In a world where never enough dominates and feeling afraid has become second nature, vulnerability is subversive, uncomfortable. It's even a little dangerous at times. And without question, putting ourselves out there means there's a far greater risk of getting criticized or feeling hurt. But when we step back and examine our lives, we will find that nothing is as uncomfortable, dangerous, or hurtful as standing on the outside looking in and wondering what it would be like if we had the courage to step into the arena. Whether it is a new relationship, an important meeting, the creative process, or a difficult family conversation. Daring greatly is a practice and a powerful new vision of letting ourselves be seen. So just this week and reading those books, it has affected my way of thinking so much. And I just had to share it with you guys because I noticed myself trying to be more vulnerable and open and being more honest with myself. I noticed myself approaching conversations differently, being more present and mindful and taking deeper breaths to calm myself and living daily life a little bit calmer and just being open and listening to my thoughts and my feelings, and then also looking back and thinking about arguments or situations that made me really happy or really sad, and thinking and digging a little deeper into maybe why did that make me sad? Was there an experience that I had when I was younger or something that was similar that happened? Trying to basically open myself up more and be more honest with myself and dig deeper. And by doing all of that, you learn more about yourself, and it's really exciting and crazy and amazing and wonderful. And I think just with every new day that comes, every day is different, so we experience different things, different people, new sights, new feelings, new conversations, new thoughts about everything, and how we take it all in, what we're seeing and hearing and experiencing. It's just so interesting to see how we react to it, and if there's for example, a really terrible thing that happens that you see or you hear, you also have to remember that the ball is in your court, so you have complete control over how you react to it and how you calm yourself down, or just showing yourself more love and kindness if you're not having a good day or whatever happens. And then going back to digging in deeper into my thoughts, I've also so scary. Been trying to dig in a little bit deeper into that dark area where there's a lot of pain and guilt and hard, sad emotion that is legit just painful, and trying to explore that and not just stay surface level oh, I remember that moment and feeling bad about it, but why did I feel so bad about it? And it's scary to to think about certain situations, but I think it's really important to dive into those like really dark places, and maybe you'll learn a little bit more about it, or feel a little bit differently, or might make you feel better, or whatever it is. It's all just a learning experience of yourself, and I really encourage you to do so. I know I just rambled a lot. Hopefully it makes sense, but I definitely encourage you guys, actually the better word is challenge you. I want to challenge you this week to be a little bit more vulnerable and honest with yourself, and open up to yourself more, because I don't know, I've just been doing that this week, and I've just felt really great. And just the fact that I've been learning more and more about myself, and also in the realm of like creativity or like business. I remember she brought up a lady, I forget her name, in like 1984. She took out $12,000 out of an IRA, I think. I'm not sure. I'll probably put in like where I'm making mistakes what I'm saying right now. She took out $12,000 to start an ad agency, and apparently now she's incredibly successful. And it all started with her being vulnerable and being like, okay, I'm putting myself out there with this money that I have. Hopefully this works. And also just the creative process of like putting yourself out there, not having a mask or like a huge cloak on, and just like not hiding behind anything, and just being real and being your true self, and like figuring out who that is. And I've just been having a wonderful time in my thoughts, exploring that and what I've been doing. And yeah, I wish you the same. So hopefully this all made sense. On to the next. So Sunday, which is today, I just got back like an hour ago, I went to the Javits Center, which is in New York City. It's like a big convention center. They're doing a pre-coterie show right now, which is where they have a bunch of brands have like booths where buyers, like retail buyers, like people from Nordstrom's, Bloomingdale's, little boutique stores can come and see collections of pre-fall collections, or what they're coming out with next to make orders. And there was also an area of like vintage stuff, old antique jewelry, old designer. Like I found a beautiful 1970s Chanel bag that I just stared at for a very long time. And I love to share it with you. Maybe it'll inspire you to go to your local thrift store or vintage store, or go on Poshmark or like Etsy or eBay or whatever, and like try to find, if you like something that you saw, maybe find a similar version of it. I hope that you enjoy it, and come along. Oh my god, these are so fun. And don't forget to remind yourself how amazing you are and wonderful you are and loving you are and caring you are and that you are enough. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Guys, I've totally completely forgot to read you this quote that I really wanted to read you. So I'm still gonna do it because I wanted to add it into this vlog. Nacho, I'm so sorry, am I squishing you? It's in the Daring Greatly book. It's actually an excerpt from The Velveteen Rabbit. Put this quote in my Instagram story a few days ago. If you didn't see it, then you're gonna hear it now. And if you did see that, then you're gonna hear it again. Real isn't how you're made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with, but really loves you, then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Okay, Nacho, you're doing a lot of kicking. Oh, my hand's going numb. Oh. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you're real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all the time, like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes time. That's why it doesn't often happen to people who break easily or have sharp edges, or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been loved off and your eyes dropped out, and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you're real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand. Oh, where are you going? Okay, I had to share that with you. I love you, and I'll see you next week.